Time to dine. We're heading out to some delicious spots on this episode of Pocono Mountains Podcast. I'm your host, Jim Hamill. It's been a while since we went for a bite to eat here on the podcast. It was way back on episode 19, season 1, that we had a bunch of locations where you can get amazing meals, sweet treats, and more in the Poconos. This time, we have another big helping of goodness from restaurants, some that are celebrating Cinco de Mayo this month, and even an ice cream shop. More on that in just a bit. The Poconos is a year-round destination for millions, with 2,400 square miles of forests, lakes, mountains, and rivers. With historic downtowns and iconic family resorts, it's the perfect getaway. You can always find out more on PoconoMountains.com or watch PTN, the Pocono Television Network, streaming live 24/7. That's at PoconoTelevision.com. Thanks for listening. We have a new episode each week highlighting lots of the fun things you can experience while you're visiting the Poconos. Subscribe to Pocono Mountains Podcast and leave a review and or comment on whatever platform you listen. Back to the episode now. We are so lucky to have such amazing dining experiences for foodies right here in the Poconos. From Native in Honesdale, that is gaining a major following, to the newly remade Tom Quick Inn in Milford. Plus, Christina Luna visits 2 Latin restaurants, Los Tres Amigos and Del Tacos, for Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy as Chris Barrett and Deanna Fontanez, as well as Christina, talk all about these special spots for foodies.
Hi everybody, you're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Thank you so much for being with us. We are in Honesdale, and Honesdale has gone through a huge renaissance. There's so many neat eateries here, retail experiences. It's a small town with a real big feel. And one of the folks who's really responsible for that is Caleb Johnson. Here, he owns Native. Caleb, thanks for being with us.
Glad to have you.
And we talked a little bit before we started this today. Tell us a little bit about Native. What should we know about it?
If you look at our website, it says Native in ownership and ingredient. And my wife is from here, and we just really wanted to highlight some of the local farms and local artisans and some of the cool stuff that they're doing and kind of highlight it and bring it to our menu.
You source a lot of local ingredients. Tell me a little bit more about that. What does that mean?
When you walk into the restaurant, the first thing you see is a big sign that has all the farmers and artisans that we work with. So for me, it looks a lot like a lot of time on the road, from driving all the way to Beaverkill to get local trout every week to visiting farmers markets every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we have a lot of contacts with a lot of different farms that keep us in touch with what's going to be coming the next season, so we can develop a menu and also highlight their stuff. So, sometimes people come to the restaurant and they say, I had this really great dish, and it's really nice to say, well, those are Salem Mountain carrots. We got them from this farmer's market on this day.
Are there a lot of your dishes seasonally based? So if somebody came up here in the fall, in the winter, spring, would they see different menus?
Yeah, absolutely. So we do big seasonal changes. We just came into fall, I think. Over the course of the last 2 weeks, we changed 13 dishes, I think. So that does change, and then weekly specials. And we have been open long enough now that there are some things that will repeat, so some things that will come back in fall. That venison is a great example. That was on the opening menu. It did really well for us. People responded really well to it. So it came back last year, and it's back now.
So what have you seen happen in Honesdale in the last year right after the pandemic?
It's been incredible. It was kind of worrisome initially because we lost a lot of restaurants, we lost a lot of shops, but since then so many things have popped up new, a lot of young ownership, to kind of take over these old places and even expand beyond that, and it's been very cool to see and be a part of.
So if somebody wanted to find out more about Native, what would they do?
You can find us at Native Honesdale on Instagram, Native Honesdale on Facebook, and you can visit our website at nativehonesdale.com.
So Caleb, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. We hope everybody visits. We'll be back at some point. And I'm Chris Barrett for PTN, the Pocono Television Network, at Native with Caleb. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, I'm Chris Barrett, and you're watching PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm excited because we are in one of the coolest places in Milford, PA, and we're gonna find out all about it. We're at the Tom Quick Inn, and it's just amazingly gorgeous. It's beautiful. The ambiance is amazing. And Deanna and Gary are here to walk us through it, right, Deanna?
So Gary, tell us what room we're sitting in right now.
So we are sitting in the Varsity Room Speakeasy at the Tom Quick Inn.
I haven't been in such an amazing, unique establishment. Can you give us a little history behind it?
Well, thank you. So the Varsity Room has always been part of Tom Quick. It's lined with pennants of universities, and the idea behind it was folks would come into Tom Quick. They would etch their name under the university pennant that they went to with the year that they graduated. So you'll notice some really late dates etched into the walls here.
I love that.
So Gary, tell us about Woodrow Wilson. We were talking about that before. It's such a cool story.
Yeah, so there's facts that we know that Woodrow Wilson was in Milford due to Gray Towers and some documentation that happened at Hotel Faucher. And the Princeton banner, which used to be New Jersey University, Woodrow Wilson's name is actually etched under it with the year that he graduated from New Jersey University. So we kept that history here when we did the renovations in the building. Kind of felt as though it was historically protected to be here. And we still have folks to this day coming in and pointing out their grandparents or their great-grandparents who visited the Tom Quick.
So the ambiance here is just so different. What was the idea behind the ambiance of it?
It was just to create a mood, dim lighting, candlelit, craft cocktails to kind of take it down that road of a speakeasy. We have super cool back alley access, red light, just create a different vibe, a different experience.
Yeah, it's very quaint. Good for like a date night.
Yes, awesome space.
And what I really love about it too, even in the main bar, is you have the fish tank. Right?
Yes.
That's
Oh,
your
yeah.
project, right?
Yes, we have a 250 gallon saltwater fish tank.
Oh, wow.
And that's your project.
That is, I take care of it every day.
So it's your baby.
Yeah, they're growing up.
So what kind of fish do you have in there? Because they're so neat. It's so different.
We have some clownfish, we have some tankfish, we have a sea urchin. There's a mix of saltwater stuff in there. We have some shrimp, we have some little lobsters. They're super cool.
So what's the cuisine here? Give us an idea of what, and does it change for the seasons?
So it is on a changing rotation. I see it as kind of comfort food. We have everything from pot pie, meatloaf, to steak bronzino. So there's something for everybody when you come to Tom Quick.
Well, we do love our food.
Yes, our crew loves their food, so and they've tasted it, which was amazing.
Excellent, thank you.
It was, seriously. And one thing I want to ask you too is the Milford Hospitality Group.
Yes.
I mean, you guys are just doing an incredible job here in Milford. Can you tell us just a little bit more about the Milford Hospitality Group?
So this past October, we took on a few projects. We opened
Just a
Tom
few.
Quick in, a couple, yeah. Right now we have 5 functioning full-service restaurants and bars. The Milford Theater, which is a huge piece of the portfolio.
Beautiful property.
Thank you.
Beautiful property.
And a lot in the pipeline for the coming year. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up.
And the theater itself seats about 250 people, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And it's totally been redone, right?
Yeah, state-of-the-art lighting, sound, new seating, HVAC, which was a big thing for the people of Milford. It was always too cold or too warm. It's a really exciting project. We're really excited.
So what's next for the Milford Hospitality Group? Any nuggets that are?
Well,
I was like, give us all the details.
we got some stuff in the pipeline. There's some renovations that are going to start happening at the Laura Villa property. There is plans for a barbecue restaurant. So there's a couple different things happening. Some additional work here at Tom Quick to create a virtual golf club is the plan right now for the basement space. So it's going to be super cool.
Let's see. So one last question. I think we could talk all day about how wonderful your properties are and how much it's adding to Milford. But what makes you most excited about everything that's happening with the Milford Hospitality Group in Milford? Because it's an amazing story.
So I think the best part is just creating the hospitality industry, recreating the hospitality industry after the pandemic. To have opened 5 restaurants during
That's
a global
amazing.
pandemic has been absolutely challenging, but it's been super exciting as well.
Well, Gary, kudos to you in introducing new concepts and new great things in Milford, which we're really excited about. And I hope all of you watching right now are just as excited as we are. So for Deanna and Gary, I'm Chris Barrett for PTN. We hope you'll keep watching and seeing and really listening and finding out about all these kind of great, neat things that are happening right here in the Pocono Mountains. And as always, thanks for watching.
Here I am in the tacos. Let's see how they have prepared for us. Are you preparing for Cinco de Mayo? I guess you're ready.
We are ready right here at Del Tacos for Cinco de Mayo. That's right.
So what have you prepared? What are the special dishes for this day?
We had a taquiza right here, our special taquiza, which is 30 tacos.
30 tacos. Wow.
Right. Mexican pork chops, pozole, chorizo tacos. and elote,
Elote.
cheese on the cup.
I love it. Mexican style with mayonnaise and Mexican cheese on it, right?
That's right, yes.
I love it. But it's not only about food. What do we celebrate in Cinco de Mayo? Many people think it's the Independence Day of Mexico, but it's not.
That's right, it's not Mexican Independence Day. It's a battle between the French forces and Puebla, which is a state of Mexico. The French tried to take over the Mexican land, but we beat them.
You beat them. And
That's right.
here in the Poconos, we celebrated it with food and culture. We're bringing the Mexican culture to you. Come and celebrate with us.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco. Oh, thank you. Happy Cinco de Mayo y Viva México. Les
Viva
esperamos. Hola amigos, here we are in our tour around the Poconos, discovering what's up for Cinco de Mayo. And we are here in Los Tres Amigos Mexican Restaurant here in East Stroudsburg. And here is my friend Richard, the owner from Puebla. Hola, Richard.
Hola, Cristina. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I know that you said behind the scenes that you always like to conquer the palate with your food.
Yes, I do. I'm very passionate about it. And here for our Cinco de Mayo special, we're offering pollo en mole, which is a leg and thigh with rice and beans and some corn tortillas. Mole is very popular from my parents' state of Puebla in Mexico, and we're offering that for our Cinco de Mayo special. Then followed by, we have our enchiladas mi bandera, and then we have our pernil platter.
That's not Mexican.
It's not, but it's one of my favorite dishes growing up as a kid, and it's a fan favorite here at the restaurant, so we offer it on our menu.
That's great.
And then we have our ultimate dish, Los Tres Amigos fajita platter. It's grilled chicken, steak, and shrimp with grilled onions and peppers, and we offer it with rice and beans and some sides here.
This all looks delicious. Enjoy opening your hearts, your palates, and your bellies for Cinco de Mayo here in the Poconos.
Christina really showed off what makes those spots so special. Del Tacos and Los Tres Amigos. And our PTN team also dove into the great menus and ambiance at Tom Quick Inn and Native. Find each of these segments on PTN, the Pocono Television Network.
You know, our guests really love our beverages,
They like to taste the freshness. You know, what's in there?
like the clean, clear, beautiful waters of the Pocono Mountains,
We aren't afraid to try new things.
and take chances with our ales and spirits.
The best of the Pocono Mountains in a glass. Try us.
And find us at PoconoBeverageTrail.com.
We're back. Thanks for listening. Now for a Pocono Mountains podcast extra. Our friends at Philly Live visited several spots for foodies, including Chantilly Goods, Roadies at Penn's Peak, and Frogtown Chop House. Go along with Sheila Watko as she samples the delicious items at each of these spots in the Poconos.
Hey foodies, looking for a weekend getaway? Look no further. The Poconos has so much to offer. Cuisines of all kinds, from bar bites to fine dining and everything in between. For our first stop, I am in the mood for one thing: ice cream. Nestled in the small town of Whitesport, Chantilly Goods is a former general store reimagined. Featuring 28 flavors of locally made ice cream from Manning Dairy Farm, you're sure to find your favorite. I went with chocolate peanut butter in a cone, please. Aside from the ice cream, Chantilly Goods boasts a true vintage-style soda fountain with 30 flavors, locally roasted coffee, and an abundance of sweet treats and candy creations made in-house. That place was the cutest. I could spend all day in there, believe me. But we have more places to go. Let's head over to Jim Thorpe and check out Roadies at Penn's Peak.
Roadies is a restaurant and bar, and it's located at Penn's Peak up here in Jim Thorpe. Penn's Peak is an event center, and we do up to like 180 events a year. The food here at Roadies, we have some signature dishes. We have elevated comfort food such as chicken Alfredo. We have a mozzarella frita. We also have a caprese chicken sandwich as well. And we also do our loaded tater tots.
I'm very excited about this fried mozzarella. Oh my God, that is delicious. I could honestly probably eat this for every meal and be so happy. The food and entertainment aren't the only things attracting loyal customers. Their deck has arguably one of the best views in the Poconos.
If you're looking for a great date night or a night out with the family, you can come here to Foodies. We have a menu offering for everybody. We have handcrafted cocktails, and it'll probably be your perfect choice for dinner.
Craving authentic Mexican cuisine? Cruise on over to Main Street, Stroudsburg to Del Tacos. A BYOB spot with tortas, tacos, soups, salads, vegetarian dishes, and much more. This family-run restaurant is known throughout the area for their delicious food and amazing customer service. And you can't go there without trying their signature dish, birria tacos. You didn't think we were done yet, did you? Artisan cocktails and classic American comfort food combined with a fine dining twist at Frogtown Chop House. Now, everything in front of us smells amazing, from
Magical.
your steak, these jalapeno mashed potatoes, this brioche bread pudding. Tell me about some of your most popular menu items.
So a signature dish is Chef Lyman's crab cake. He trained in Baltimore, so his crab cake is a home run. But steaks are what we're about. We're a traditional American chop house. So what we have right here in front of me is the Delmonico, which is incredible. We hand cut it in-house. It's a classic cut of meat that we brought back to kind of refresh the industry and what steaks are looking like these days.
Janelle, can I get a Cosmo, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Their bartenders know what they're doing. Cozy up to the bar and let the mixologists work their magic.
The Poconos is back, and our culinary experience, our wine experience, and our service experience, second to none. When you walk in, you are not a customer, you are a guest. You're part of our family, you're welcome here anytime. No matter how you're dressed, no matter what you want to eat, you want a burger or a steak, I'm excited to see you.
Okay, it's official. I could not eat another bite. Well, maybe I could swing by Chantilly Goods for one more scoop. Start planning your getaway now at PoconoMountains.com and watch the Pocono Television Network anytime, anywhere for insider tips for your visit.
The Pocono Mountains, a foodie destination for millions, including native Tom Quick Inn, Del Tacos, Los Tres Amigos, Chantilly Goods, Foodies, and Frogtown Chop House. Thank you for listening. Please remember to subscribe to Pocono Mountains Podcast anywhere podcasts are available. Come visit us in the Pocono Mountains. Plan your trip today.